Um, so yeah, one of the things that I was thinking about, because when we made this deck, we were thinking about the best 3 drops that you could play for on turn 2, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't, I don't know why we never mentioned Birthing Pod.
Because Birthing Pod doesn't stop at 3 drops. Like, you can get clunky draws and stuff like that.
Right, but I think you could like branch out a little bit. I mean, like you're playing accelerators.
Yeah. But still, then you're just, like, turn 2ing a 4-drop.
Well, that's
Like-
why I kind of got interested in that Malira Pod list. Was the one I was looking at. A guy just posted something a little while back on Channel Fireball about it. I don't know who. Oh, here it is. Whoever the fuck this guy is. Sam Party.
This guy.
His last name is Party.
Party.
Don't play, but I just want to get to your deck list.
You're a
Or
deck
he actually might just have it listed.
played
That
in
would
GP
be much
Toronto.
more helpful.
I've made a couple changes to the deck.
Nope. He's a
um,
douche.
Mostly just because I'm playing
Terrible
online
content
versus
manager.
playing paper.
Yeah, what the fuck? This one right here. Can you see it or no?
Nah, you have to drag it over.
Let me drag it over. I'm gonna switch sides here. 'Cause I think on the YouTube video they'll be able
So I
to see
moved
both
stock these
sides.
to the main deck and then replicated the side.
Yeah, this deck right here.
Okay.
I gotta admit though, I really liked the interaction between Kitchen Finks and Restoration Angel in the pod decks.
Yeah.
Cause like you just pod. Remember that Court of Calling deck, and I don't really like Court of Calling as a card. That's the first card I would cut out of this deck. They just played like 1 Kitchen Finks with 4 Restoration Angels, and they would just pod their 1 Kitchen Finks into 4 Restoration Angels and win the game like that against John.
Right.
Because they'd just be gaining so much life and getting 3-4 flyers everywhere that like does what you need it to do.
Right. I didn't see any Restoration Angels in this list, though.
I know. It wouldn't be like this. Obviously, like if you're like building your own pod deck.
Right. The thing I like most about these pod decks is that you can have silver bullets.
Like the Malira combo?
No, you have this Canoness, Spellskite, Pride Mage.
Ah.
These nice silver bullets that just hose some decks.
Yeah. I mean, those come with a risk, though, because when you open up hands, it's like, 4 land, Canoness, Pride Mage, Pontiff. You're just like, what is this hand doing?
Yeah.
I mean, like, a lot of the times you have to mulligan, but at the same time, it's like, it has a curve, kind of.
Right, like, it decreases, like, consistency in opening hands, but, like, the Birthing Pod's just such a powerful demonic tutor type effect.
Well, Birthing Pod's insane, and I think Court of Calling is, like, the really shitty Birthing Pod.
Right. Well, that's exactly what it is. This is backup pod.
Yeah. I just feel like pod either needs something to go along with it that's like as powerful as it. Like when we were talking about earlier about when you build a deck, like if you're doing it like a builder, if you're building around a card, you generally want to build it around like 2 cards that have a very similar property. Not having like one really good card, Birthing Pod, and then having kind of like a shitty secondary like Court of Calling. But like you build a deck like trying to think of a good example. Even like the Splinter Twin decks, they have like Splinter Twin and Kiki Jiki, and then they have Pestermite and Deceiver Exarch.
Yeah.
And they have like reliable ways to find them, which is why the deck has like been tier 1 since day 1. It's always been a deck to consider at tournaments, right?
Well, close to. There's been 1 or 2 where it hasn't been viable.
Well, even like Affinity though, like has all the cards it needs to always be Affinity.
Yeah, it's there. It just waits for the metagame.
Right, but like whenever you're building a deck in Modern or like in Legacy, if you're talking about Legacy, like Ad Nauseam Tendrils in Legacy is always a deck you have to consider.
Yeah.
Like obviously, Ad Nauseam Tendrils is terrible against people who play like a shit ton of Thoughtseizes and counterspells and stuff, any kind of disruption. But as soon as people start leaning more towards like a creature-based metagame and like Tarmogoyfs and stuff, it's just like combo's gonna run over people.
I think Dredge is a better example. Like, as soon as you notice people aren't playing their ley lines in the board, you can just start crushing.
Dredge is a very good example. I'm just biased towards Ad Nauseam Tendrils because I have way more experience with that deck.
Fair.
Dredge is another, like, even Dredge. Dredge has all the cards that it needs. It's a very good example. And it's never going to go away.
Like, it's probably never changing for, like, a long time.
Right. But I feel like the Melira deck did actually go away for a while.
Yeah.
There was a very long period of time where no one was considering Melira.
I agree.
They were like Kiki Pod kind of came back, and then Melira Pod kind of followed suit. But yeah, I don't know. Although I did think it would be fun to be playing this deck and go up against Infect and have 3 main deck Meliras.
It's just pretty gravy.
Yeah, you just like I have 3 Meliras and 4 pods to find them. I got a friend calling me. I'm actually gonna I'm gonna end this video and I'm gonna add him to the conversation.
Okay.
Hold on one sec, Ryan. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and end this. Thanks, guys, for listening, and I will see you guys next time.